Hey there, Joseph. Hope you're doing well today. I just thought I'd make a quick video for you based on your submission for example 3. And so example 3 can be turned in, well, actually all of them can be turned in to be regraded. So, uh, so yeah, if you learn some stuff and you can revise your work, that's great. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to start with what you've got here. What I first off noticed is that you don't have any dimensions. So you don't have a dimension layer and you haven't added dimensions. And you've got some construction lines on the 0 layer. And these are good construction lines. They're very useful, but they need to be on the right layer. So let's just go over the construction lines first. So we've got some white lines, and if we click them, switch them over to the construction layer, they're now selected. We just need to go up to this layer manager, click right there, and say close. And now if we turn the construction layer on, they're actually in the construction layer now. So you can kind of see this one and this one and the second one. They're now on the yellow layer, which is where they should be. Okay, so then let's see what else we got. We got the hidden line layer. Let's turn the construction layer off again. Okay, hidden line, great. You've got a hidden line here, perfect. We also need a hidden line in this view that's going to represent the top and the bottom of this circle going through this, both of these. So what we need to do at that point is turn on our construction layer. But what we'll do is make our hidden layer active, which it is right there. I'm just going to grab some lines, and we'll make sure that our intersection snap is on. So if I come down here, that intersection is turned on. That's great. And then just here, escape, line tool again, here to here, escape. Okay, I'm not going to do all of the lines, but this way you can just get an idea what I'm doing. Okay, so now we've got hidden lines. Awesome. So that's showing that there's a through hole going that way that we can't see because we're looking at the solid material from this side. Okay. In addition to this, and you're going to need these on the top view as well, because from the top view, it's also hidden. You're going to have 2 lines here and here, here and here. In addition to those, we want to tell the viewer, or customer, that this has a center line. So it's not a rectangular hole, it's actually circular. So circular holes get this axis line. So we go to annotate, we say center line, click here. Actually this, yeah, actually let's just leave that right there. So now we get a center line right there and there. We're going to need one in this circle. We're going to need one also in this circle and this circle too. Lastly, we're going to create some dimension lines, which means we're going to need a dimension layer. So we're going to go to layer properties. We'll say new dimension. Okay. I'm going to make it a bright color. It doesn't really matter which color. I usually pick this one. You can pick any bright color, green, yellow, something like that. Because the background is black, it's difficult to see sometimes if you do it like a dark blue or dark red. Those show up. They're difficult to read basically. So any bright color I think is good. Stick with this one. I'll say okay. We don't want a hidden line though. We want it to be a continuous line. So pick that one. Say okay. Now I've got a continuous line. It's a bright color relatively. And then we're good. The last thing we want to make sure about our dimensions is our precision. So a part like this, I think the default is 4 decimal places, which is 10 thousandths of an inch, which is a higher tolerance than is needed. And so we stick to, we want to, and this gets into GD&T, which is geometric dimensioning and tolerancing standards later, but we want to stick with the precision that is expected within the industry in which we're producing work. So if you're producing work for the construction industry, precision, a very, very precise drawing would be accurate down to a 16th of an inch. That is not nearly precise enough for the machining industry. So if you're producing work for the machining industry, you would produce it, you'd produce your dimensions down to, 1,000th of an inch. So that's 3 decimal places. So this is basically a machine part. So we will go to draw. Actually, we don't want to go to draw. We want to go to annotate. We're going to go down to this next one, to dimension styles, which is the second one. Manage dimension styles. And then we'll say modify over here. So there's kind of a lot of clicking. Go to primary units. And the default in AutoCAD is 4. That's too many. Let's go to 3. I'll say OK. Close. And now when we produce our dimensions, make that active, then we get 3 decimal places instead of 4. That's great. So what you want to do is when you look at the drawing from the drawing set, just go ahead and produce your dimensions the same way they have them produced. So you can even line them up the same way. So if we've got one here, you can line them up in the same spots. And if you need to move them around after the fact, you can click on them. And then you get a little drag handle. You can drag them around wherever you need them to be. Ideally, your dimension is in roughly the center of the dimension lines. That's a good place for them to be. And then the other thing is you've which I should have talked about on the annotate layer. You want to do a center mark on this side. So we'll go back to the annotate. We'll say center mark. This is super simple. Oh, we want to be on the correct layer, but we'll just put it in here for now, and then we'll switch it. We'll say OK. And as you can see, I'm on the wrong layer. So again, we'll just click it. Go up to the home tab, and we'll say, let's go hidden lines. Hidden line layer. Yeah, there we go. And that's it. So you're missing a couple of these. So let's review again. So you need your dimensions. That's a big one. You want to have your hidden lines representing the through holes on the front view and top view. You want to have a center line axis labeling the axis right there. And you want to have a center mark in that one. And you want your hidden lines on the hidden line layer just like that one. And you want your construction lines all on the construction line layer. But the cool thing is you're getting the hang of this. You got all 3 views. You've got them accurately spaced. You've got them accurately drawn. And those are the big ones, right? Like that's the big bucket of skills. We just want to get these other skills thrown in there too. So go ahead and revise some of your stuff, and you can resubmit in D2L. And I will regrade, and you'll get an improved grade on that. All right, I hope this helps. Let me know if I can help in any other way.